Hello and welcome to the National Weather Service Missoula planning briefing for Thursday, January 4th. We have entered into a more active weather pattern that's going to continue into the weekend and on into next week as well. We're going to see a series of weather systems that are going to move through, and each one is going to bring some accumulating snowfall. Then as we look towards the later part of next week, we see the chance of an Arctic cold front moving through that could have some more high impact weather with it. We'll take a look at that possibility. So these systems, as they start coming through over the next few days, each one is going to bring primarily light snowfall, with valleys seeing anywhere from a ½ inch to an inch or two with each of these systems. Little higher totals in the terrain, and for mountain passes, they'll see multiple inches of snowfall with each system. So the first graphic we're looking at here is the Thursday night into Friday, a system that moves through. Again, you see valleys right around 1 inch primarily across western Montana and into Idaho, and a couple of inches at most mountain pass locations. The next system would be Friday night into Saturday. Once again, generally light amounts, but notice it is covering most of western Montana and north central Idaho. So it is going to be widespread snowfall, but with each event, there's going to be differences, especially in the valleys, of what you see in terms of accumulations. Some areas picking up a dusting to a ½ inch with any individual system, whereas some areas not even that far away may pick up a couple of inches with any of these systems. It's going to be the nature of these little systems as they move through. The next graphic here, that'll be Saturday night into Sunday. This one does look to be a little bit more robust, so it'll bring some higher totals. Again, there you see a couple inches in places like Missoula and Kalispell, and again, multiple inches for mountains and mountain passes. Then this will be the total snowfall through Monday morning. So this is looking at each of those individual systems through the weekend and how much snow in total could be picked up by Monday morning. Now this is the median amount, so this is about the middle of what we could see, and you're looking at 4 to 5 inches in a lot of valley locations and in excess of 6 inches. You look at some of the passes like Lookout Pass, Lolo Pass, and Lost Trail Pass, again picking up multiple inches of snow. But as I mentioned, some of these systems could bring a little higher snowfall with them in some locations. So that is why I'll show this graphic, which is more on the high end of what we could see in some of these locations by Monday morning, and that starts putting even valleys in that 5 to 7 inch range, and then we're seeing the mountain passes well over 8 inches. So again, these are going to add up, these small systems as they move through, but in total, the snowfall by Monday is just going to keep adding up across the region. Taking a look at some of the mountain passes specifically, Lookout Pass here, you're going to see there's just multiple periods as we go through the weekend where there's going to be accumulating snowfall. The other trend to notice with all of these past graphics is the temperature trend just downward through the weekend and into early next week. So it's going to be getting colder, and that's going to help snowfall accumulate more efficiently on area roadways. Lolo Pass will see similar multiple periods of accumulating snowfall. Same for Marias Pass and Lost Trail Pass. So again, you can pause the video and take a look at any of those individual graphics that you might want to see, or go into a little bit more detail. The active weather pattern is going to continue into next week. So we are watching Tuesday into Wednesday. It looks like another system that could be more impactful than even the weekend system. So this is what it looks like currently. Again, this is kind of the middle ground of what we could see with the Tuesday-Wednesday system, and you're looking in that 2 to 3 inch range for many valleys across western Montana. A little higher totals over in Idaho, especially the terrain getting in that 4 to 6 or even 8 inch range in the mountains over in Idaho. That looks like, at least right now, where a lot of the precipitation will be with that Tuesday and Wednesday system. And then finally, as we look towards late next week, we do have that chance of seeing an Arctic cold front move in, which would bring some cold temperatures with it and potentially some more impactful snowfall as well, depending on how that front moves in and exactly where it sets up. So this is the probability of seeing temperatures go below zero next Friday, January 12th. And as you get closer to the divide, that's where the percentage gets higher, 40 to even close to 60% right up against the divide, even getting into west central Montana near Missoula, a 42% of seeing low temperatures go below zero. So we do have that chance of seeing some cold temperatures and some impactful snowfall late next week with an Arctic cold front. But one thing that we are going to caution about, there is still some uncertainty in this scenario playing out. So this graphic here, I'm really just showing you Missoula and Kalispell. Locations aren't as important here as it is seeing how much spread there is in these boxes as you go through the end of next week. So this is looking at next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And as those boxes start to spread out more and more, that's just showing that there is more uncertainty in the forecast models in those high and low temperatures. So although we are looking at that potential of those very cold temperatures late next week, there is still uncertainty on the arrival of that front. So we're going to continue to watch that and track it as we go through the weekend and into next week. It's just something that we do want to start mentioning because it does have that potential of being a higher impact event. Wrapping things up, taking a look at our weather threat matrix. Again, a lot of snow in there, and trying to highlight a couple of those more impactful periods, such as Sunday and Tuesday, especially north central Idaho and northwest Montana. So that will do it for today's planning briefing. Our next scheduled briefing will be on Sunday, January 7th. If you have any questions about this forecast or any future forecasts, you can send us an email or give us a call. Thank you.